Hello. My name is Amanda. We are really excited to be here now presenting you with our adaptive learning management solution and custom onboarding class for every user role. The solution is designed to create onboarding training courses for all new employees and also refresher courses for hires to go back and look up information, policies, and enhance the user-employee retention. Let's take you into it. We're gonna log in and use an administrator's role. So as we log in, everything still looks the same. However, under My Assigned Courses, you now have a grid that displays courses that have been created by administrators and instructors in your company and whoever you designate is in charge of training. They will have created these courses and they will have assigned them to a user role that already exists in our system. Let's take a quick look at the employee master and user roles, and go over the process for setting up the user roles. Now from the employee master select Edit User Roles, and from the Edit User Roles, we could go down and let's take our adaptive user role for example. And you can see right at the very top now we have Learn Adaptive. And for this user role we have administrator, instructor, and staff. Now if you do not want any of the staff to be able to edit courses which we would expect, then you would only select staff for the staff user role. If you don't want the instructor to see administrator courses that created, then you would simply only select instructor and staff. And if you're an administrator, you would want all of the privileges once you've saved the role you have completed LMS assignments. I will go ahead and get out of here and let's look at something in the task directory that is relevant to new staff onboarding and training. Now depending on the role that you have assigned to yourself and or to your other staff, this will take you into the training and course management system. I'm going to log off and log back in again as Amanda, who has super user powers. And we can demonstrate this way that all of the employees as they log into their location select page will see their assigned courses, and based on the user role and the course that you've assigned, they will see what course they're expected to take. So let's go ahead and take administrative level course management. And that's going to bring us up to a sample course that we're ready to build out, and we're going to build this training course as we progress through this video. What we established in the last steps was we assigned the role permissions as an administrator for the LMS module. Users assigned this role will have administrative permissions when they log in. And so the things that the administrator can see are manage courses, course progress, manage content, and My Assigned Courses. Now the My Assigned Courses, here is what the hires are going to see. Any courses that are assigned to their role are going to show up. As an administrator, we can see all of the courses right now that we have in progress that are assigned to a user role. So this is for management reasons. Let's start working on an administrative level course. By selecting Start Course, we can see it brings us back to where we originally landed. This is how the staff will see their course library. We're going to come up here and manage the courses. Select the administrative level course management, and we are going to edit that. And start to build out our first course introduction or landing page for this course. Looking at the text editor, we can grab this handle with our mouse and we can drag this down and we can make this a little bit larger. And then we can begin to manipulate and manage the text. We have a full rich text editor available so you can create links, headings, bold, paragraphs, bullet lists, different things like that. This is, however, the unique landing page that explains what the course is about. Less is more in this case, keeping it very simple as a brief summary of what the course is going to entail is all this section is intended for. Learning material is going to be inserted later on. Let's go ahead and put some information in here. Well, first of all, we verified that the title is what we want, and I have set the duration of this course to 20 minutes. And next I inserted a logo here. This is where you would insert your company logo and some text. Create a heading that explains what the course is going to be about. I put in a list of some preliminary topics. This will change as we go through the course and come back and edit it, as we add more information. The next thing that I did was I added just an image in there to make things just a little bit interesting. And with that, we'll leave this page the way that it is. Now, when we come down to save our work, which we'll do right now to make sure our work is always saved. Now looking at the My Company Roles directory, this is a list of all of the roles that your company has built out in the adaptive program. Right now we have selected the role adaptive and the role super user. Those are the only two roles that employees or hires would be assigned to and be able to see this course. We'll come back to this after we've completed the course and we will finalize who we intend this course for, but if we select them now, they will see the course in its under construction state. If we intend to design a course for the direct care staff, we would come back and we would select the user role direct care and save it. Remove anything that we did not want checked in there to keep it clean, and at that point, the direct care staff only can see this course. It will be present when they come to the landing page to select their location. And also when they use the task directory drop-down to go to My Courses, and only to them in that case. And so we've saved this course now. And the next thing that we're going to do, well, let's go back and just take a look at this. Under My Assigned Courses, and here's our administrative level course management, some short summary text and information about the course. They can click on View More and here they will see the course landing summary page details. As they start the course, it will bring them to the description and topics. They can click on the details and start to take the course. One easy way to manage their view is they can park this summary away, and they can proceed to study the topic details. We're going to go in and create some topic details right now. Given that we don't have any topics yet, that is our next topic, to create topics. That sounds a little redundant, I know. Let's click back on Manage Courses and let's go back and we will click on Edit. And in the Edit, then we're going to come down here and we can look at this bar and see where it says Add New Topic, or we can collapse this menu here to make things just a little bit more roomy for us, as we will not need to revert back to the Edit Course homepage for a little while, and when we're ready to we can simply open and close that as we need to. Okay. We will add a new topic. What I'm going to do before we proceed creating a topic is, I will go back and open this up for a second. I'm going to come up to the top and I'm going to click on the Insert Video. And I'm going to put a placeholder URL for a YouTube video. And this video then will show up at the top of this list. Let's clean that up just a little bit so it all is aligned. And this is the placeholder for the video I am creating for you. As I do that, I will replace that here. Okay, and let's go back to my assigned courses, Start Course, and let's just make sure that video made the trip, and I see it's there. We can click on play and it looks like that video is in there successfully. When you come to this course, you can copy this video URL and you can run that in a different monitor if you would like, and also then keep a continuous version of this course up on the other side so that you can compare between the video and the course that we're taking. Or you can click to a full screen view of this as well if you just want to watch the video straight through. So back to Manage Courses and back to Edit. And let's shrink that down and let's click on Add a New Topic. Now, the new topic form opens up. We're going to call this Creating Topics for Your Courses. I'm going to copy that off of a sheet that I have for work, and under the title, that is where we're going to place that in. Example here, duration of the course, let's call that 2 hours. And the percentage of the course or the weightage of this course, at this point, we don't know exactly where this is going to be yet until we are done with the entire course and all the topics. And then we will estimate and calculate the total time of the course on the master, and we will assign each one of the topics the correct time. But for now, let's put that at a 0.5. For a half hour out of the 2 hours for this course, so the title of our first topic is going to be Creating Topics for Your Courses. 2 hours, 5% of the total course is the weightage. And for our topic, this is a topic management and creation form. Here we create a topic, one of many, to present training materials and ultimately test the employees' learnings of the topics. This topic is unique to the course and cannot be assigned to other courses. So the two things that we talked about in here are: 1, we can create as many questions for a topic, and we can create as many topics for a course as we need to. And this topic is unique to this course alone. This file provides a direct link to the Adaptive Knowledge Base video library. You select this to bring us into our video library of adaptive user manuals. Go through the videos and review until you found the perfect video for the topic that you're discussing. And then click on Import Selection. And you have now brought that video into this topic for the topic that we're working on. And over here you have access to the Adaptive Knowledge Base PDFs. And so when we click on that, we have our PDFs to review, and let's select our PDF that we want to put in there. And we want to click on Import Selection again. Now, if we wanted to select a video that is from our hard drive, because not all your material is published to the cloud, you could open this folder up and search your local computer for the correct video. And also the same thing for any PDF or Word documents that you would like to insert in here that you have on hand from your company's existing training resource pool. And we'll go ahead and save this topic now. Okay. And so underneath of our topics, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push Ctrl-Shift-R. That is a refresh command. And you can use that in many different areas throughout your computer. Carefully though, and only just after a save, or you will lose information not saved. And creating topics for your courses is our topic that is here. Now here I can go in and I can edit that topic. I can delete it, or the next thing I can do now is add a question. And so the question is going to be very simple to create. And we'll take one of our points that we discussed and we say, when creating a training course, how many topics can you add to each course? And I want that to be a checkbox. And I'm adding 2 answers, one correct and one incorrect. We can put as many answers as you feel you need. Only one will be the correct answer. And so this first answer will be, 1 is going to be 1 topic per course. We are going to click on Add an Answer. And paste the answer in there. There is no limit to how many topics you can add in a course. Now mark that as correct. And now the system knows that is the correct answer, and we're going to hit save, and our questions are saved successfully. So, now let's go back and go to my assigned courses. And as the hire or staff is going to start their course when they come here, they can go to the video if they want to. They can look at the information on this. They can collapse that down, and now they are ready to look at topics. So here's the topic that we just created. Here's the information. Here is the video that we imported. And here is the PDF form that we imported in there. And down at the bottom now, they can go in and they can say Start Questionnaire. And when creating a training course, how many topics can you add to each course? We of course know that the answer is as many as you need. And they would hit Next, and it will tell them if their score is correct or incorrect. If the answer selected is incorrect, they have to go back and revisit the topic and the test. This way you can enforce the topic awareness with your hires where needed.